Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Watch Dogs 2. I just realized I forgot to start the timer. There we go. Alright, continuing on. Started eye for an eye, right? Yeah, I completely forgot Horatio died. Man, who cares about Horatio, really? But it's like...
Franzel, though, is curious about his relationship with Devon because, as I talked about yesterday, Franzel is kind of using her relationship with Ian as kind of a bargaining chip, as currency.
So I do actually need to get in.
Good with other people, including Devon, who is worried about Ian. And so she saw that Devon was talking to Ian a lot throughout the day.
Okay, well that worked out.
And Franzel, I'm sure, is wondering how did this go, because she does want Devon to rely on her to work really well with Ian. And Franzel
nope,
very
wrong
pleased
guy.
to hear from Ian that he did not feel like he got much from Devon throughout the day, and he is actually very concerned about her because he remembers Big Brother 17 that Steve wanted to work with her, and that she said in the diary room that she doesn't want to work with Steve because that guy gives her Ian vibes, and that's dangerous, and she doesn't want those people here, and she wanted to take out Vanessa and Steve because they both seem very smart. And he just and it's great too because
it's all coming in.
It does mirror
cocaine,
a lot
gambling,
of what she's
extortion,
saying about
weed,
Ian so far.
more cocaine.
Names?
Yeah.
Good. Find out who the ones that grabbed Horatio
I don't know,
are.
man. I love the DR, but never know. Someone you're gonna play with 3 years from now, watching your entire.
5 years.
I want the Tescas to know I'm coming for them. Yeah, I'll burn the pot for you. It's right here.
They use an illegal pesticide. At high volume, it's extremely flammable.
I'll just switch the irrigation system to the pesticide.
Then flood the fields with it and light it up.
So Janelle is going to talk some more with Bailey, and talk more about working together there. Like I said, a lot of reason to believe that they're that this is one of the key pre-game relationships.
Let's start the show. All right, that should get their attention.
Get out of there. We're looking through the data to figure out the next target.
Mentions that she likes Danny a lot and wants to work with Danny too, but she is a little skeptical about how close Danny is with Franzel. That worries her because, you know, Janelle and Franzel, one of those pre-game relationships that did not do too well. And not only is Danny close with Franzel in the house, it seems, but she's also like good friends with her on the outside. Janelle knows this. Janelle's been trying to tell people this. A lot of other people don't seem to know it very well, or don't believe it that much, because they're going to have a conversation, and Danny about not that close. But Janelle and Bailey still, they've got something. You know, this could be the saving grace of Janelle and potentially Kaser if she's able to maintain some of these connections to people in power positions like Bailey.
Yeah, can I just say, I never thought that I would say this after watching BB20, but Bailey, I think, probably has the most social capital in the game.
She's good.
Why is it that surprising? I think people vastly just forget that Bailey was actually doing very well for like the first 3 weeks in that game.
Now those
Where she was
fuckers know
so
we're after
perfectly positioned in
Let's do
between
something
the
that'll
two
really hurt.
alliances,
We're with you.
but then she just
We're about to
completely
ship out a
blew up
huge
her game.
cargo of cocaine.
And
I've marked it on your map.
Destroy the coke, and it'll hit the Tescas hard.
Thing that she has in common with you. Like, who would think that Keisha and Bailey has anything in common? But when Bailey comes to her as a person and just starts to talk to her, things start to open up, and she realizes, oh, they're both beauty queens. Like, oh my God! Like, now this is her in with Keisha in case Keisha stays, or with Janelle, or anybody in the game. It's like, if I can't find something personally that we have, the one thing that I for sure we have in common is that we both played Big Brother. So now let's get deeper into your season of Big Brother or my season of Big Brother and talk about things. Like, she was talking with Janelle and I about the Swaggy situation with last season with Tyler and Kat. And I think that like just little conversations like that, she's really like cashing in her social capital, so that when it's time for her to go to the bank and cash some checks, like girl is rolling in the dough. Like I'm so proud of her, like setting herself up. And I don't want to get
not a
like
big
into
fan
like all
of
this
JT
like
here on the Light Feed
POC
update.
social stuff.
Seems like he's
but
talking out
it
of his
just-
ass
it
like half the time.
warms my heart to see a little black girl playing this game like any other.
Is she that little? Isn't she
black
tall?
girl could, and like
I'm pretty sure she's
like
like
being
5'7"
in
or
there
something.
See anything?
socially.
Good to
We
see
have
you,
yet to
Red
see
Bull.
what she's gonna do
You know
with
the
this
whole DedSec
strategically,
community
but
is
I'm
with
like
you on this.
loving what
Everybody
she's
likes
doing
Horatio.
and she like has
I'm sure he'd
herself
appreciate it.
set
What's the story here?
so
I hacked into the
good
security
right now,
cam
so
and rolled it back
literally
a few
no matter
hours.
who wins,
You can see
as
the
if she
Tezcast
keeps up this
loading
momentum,
crates onto the
no matter
boat.
who wins HOH
There's a
for like
ton
the
of
next
guys with guns.
4 weeks, she's
I like the
going nowhere
challenge.
near the
Thanks for the
block,
heads up.
unless
Good luck,
she
Retro.
blacks out on Tyler again, or uses the veto on the wrong person on accident. Like, she's really set herself up very well.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh fuck this mission.
there's a reason she got an 8 in the stock watch once upon a time. Like, she has some chops in this game. I think she's really good with body language, more so than a lot of people, like, certainly better than Danny at this, but, like, she's very good at, like, maintaining eye contact and, like, smiling at people, like, in a way that a lot of people are not. And it helps, like, maintain this, like, very friendly, sort of bubbly, vibe that she gives off that I think is very useful.
And I see in the chat a lot of people are talking about like the Day and Bay pairing, and if Bay wasn't, seen as a pair with Devon, I
They
think
won't like that. 3 more,
that
though.
they both are smart enough to know how to capitalize on that. Because I feel like Devon is a little more strategic than Bailey. Devon's downfall has always been that, like,
Wait, what?
like, she has these great reads on things, but her actions based on the reads are wrong. Like, she doesn't take the right actions based on her reads. So I feel like if Devon got her reads together, because, girl, I love you, but this season, no ma'am. I feel like if Devon were to get her reads together, if she were just to be out and about a little more, because I like what she's doing, and I said this on Twitter yesterday, I like what Devon does, and Nicole A does this a lot too, where they'll just find a spot in the house and they'll park it. Like in the mornings, it's the bathroom. Like you park it there, there's gonna be people coming in and out, you can get quick little 10-15 second conversations in that are like good, instant, just check-ins real quick. Or like at dinner time, it's like on that last seat going towards the storage room. Like they find a spot and park it, and Devon does that very well, but I just need her to be out in a little bit more. Like yesterday, everyone was like out in the backyard,
won't like that.
and it was just like her and like 2 other people in the kitchen. Like I just need her to be out just a teensy bit more, and I think that her place will start to rise a little bit. But they're good together. I don't know. Devon, there's just a little something missing with Jay.
Yeah,
He's floating.
Devon is I think, like, she's included in this bigger group, this power structure, but most of the people she's hanging out with are the people on bottom.
Shit destroyed.
Most of her
Down to
personal
2.
relationships are with people like Nicole Anthony and Kevin, and she has a relationship with Casey but doesn't give him anything. She's trying to get in with Ian, but it's not really working, and he doesn't have any power anyway. And so really, like, her biggest relationships are with Bailey, who is better with the power structure than she is, and her biggest connection to the power structure is Franzel.
That takes care of that one. One more to go.
Because we know Franzel. So Kevin and Tyler are gonna check it a couple times. Kevin says, again, I want to work with you, Tyler. When I saw you in the group, I was like, this is great, and I would love to keep this on the down low, but like work together. And Tyler again is like, yeah, man, yeah, that's awesome. Like, let's do this. We can do this thing, man. Kevin is also going to talk with Kaser. Kaser is not going to give Kevin a solid sort of like decision on the vote. He's kind of just like, still not sure yet. And when most other people are telling Kevin, like, you're good, it's not great for Kaser. Kaser does try to talk to Dave Vaughn. And they do have like a good relationship, like it's fun, they have a fun dynamic.
Okay, not
there's,
what I meant
there's
to
a
do.
barrier in between them. Like every time Kaser tries to bring up game, Devon gives him nothing. And she kind of you kind of intimidate me, Kaser. Like, you can be a lot sometimes. It's like, look, I'm an intimidating guy. I'm too handsome. She's like, yeah, like, we had that conversation upstairs. Now Kaser talked about the importance of,
No, Gabe, what are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? Fucking go in the cover.
Represents culture, and it was like a good conversation, like, man, and Kaser, like, unfortunately was not able to, like, capitalize on this opening. He's like, oh man, like, I try not to be like, hey, like, you can trust me. You can trust me. And like, you can trust me is not.
Yeah,
It's not gonna cut it.
Yeah, I think this is the problem you see a lot with returnees is that and it doesn't work.
That worked too.
With alternate returnees is that they
Entire cocaine shipment destroyed.
They feel
The
like
desk is nowhere serious now. Better get out of
or
here.
I have your back, or like, let's do this, man. Like, is enough. Like, you have to like have that social like connection with them. Like, if you guys just talking passively, or just talking groups, like that's not enough there for you to say that. Like, you have to like invest in these people, and there's a lot of people that aren't investing in each other, and I think that's the problem that's gonna lie for a lot of these people is that they're not investing in each other.
Yes. So he tries a couple more times to talk game with her. He's like I really thought I was gonna be nominated. That's why I went to that safety, and she just starts to okay. That's not what I thought, but okay. Like, you didn't think that? Like, no. Like, all right. Well, like, what about this vote? Like, what are we thinking on the vote? You know, Keisha, Kevin.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't like. I don't know, like that would be so awkward.
Well, he got frustrated. He just kind of like left. He was like,
Yeah.
All right, I guess that's all I got. And then he was kind of ranting to someone after, just like, nobody wants to talk game in this house. And so it was not a great. It was a missed connection there. Danny is going to talk with Day a bit about how they're solid and they're working together, and Danny's not that close with Franzel. And Franzel is going to have a conversation with
Alright, the test was in that video, the ones
Janelle
grabbing Ratio and killed him.
other people
Then
in the
next.
bedroom.
The main guy is
they're in,
Pablo the Skinner. He's hidden away somewhere.
The other ones are
chatting,
Luis Trevino,
and
Tina
conversation comes
Huerta,
around
and
to like
Jorge
Victor
Gutierrez.
and
They're meeting in the dry canals to figure out what to do about DedSec.
Good, let's get him.
With Corey, and Janelle kind of asks about Corey, and Franzel's like, I don't really want to talk about Corey, but then she does talk about Corey, and then she comes out, and she is like in tears, like oh my god, like Janelle's so evil, she just tortured me. Tortured me with Corey talk. She always does this. She brings up people I don't like, and then I say things that are gonna get me in trouble.
Yeah, man. Franzel and her situations. I don't know. I feel like I really, like, in a perfect world, I would just like want this to be like strategy. I just want to like be able to come on a podcast with Taryn and say, you know what, Nicole is like really playing up like the whiny baby underdog thing, and I think like people are like gonna drag her like, you know, pretty far for it because she thinks she can be beat. But it's like, no, people are gonna drag her to the block because she's annoying.
I'm telling you guys, this is like exactly what people were talking about on season 17 with Vanessa. They were like, I wish this was strategy, but I don't think it is. I wish she would own her stuff, but she doesn't.
Good to see you,
and,
Retro.
like,
All of
it's a
DedSec is
similar
proud of
thing
how
where
you're
it's like
fighting for
this sort of,
Horatio.
like,
Thanks. What's going down?
I've been
flaw
listening in on their
social
phone
game,
calls. Trevino is
it
there
has to
already.
be overcome.
The other
She's
two are on their
constantly
way.
putting out her
That's
own
all I need to
fires,
know. You get
with
yourself
her
someplace
strategic
safe.
side.
Good luck, man.
And again, to be clear, I do not think that Franzel is at the same level strategically as Vanessa, but I think they have similar flaws and similar ways of operating around those flaws, and I think the fan base reacts to them in somewhat similar ways. At least
Okay,
they
I
did
remember
during the
this
season of 17.
too.
After 17, people are now like, oh, we always loved Vanessa.
Hey, we got a fuckboy over here.
But yeah, I mean, this is Matthew
How's that not hitting him in the head?
business. And afterward, Cody was just like, man. Chris was like, what was that?
Yeah, it got really intense.
How's he not dead? That's ridiculous.
It got
Bastard.
bad. I don't know. It's come on, Frenzel, get it together, girl.
I mean, this is why it's so frustrating to watch Franzel, because, like, she does have this ability in the game. Like, she knows the game better than most of the people in that house, really. I mean, she's one of the more knowledgeable people about the game in that house. She knows what she's doing, but she is just so...
I'm probably
That
dead.
asshat Gutierrez is taken
Oh, no.
care of.
She can't.
It's a lot.
And like the paranoia,
Marcus,
I do think
the last
is
one's
part
making
of
a
what
run
makes
for
her a
it.
good
Don't let
player,
anybody-
because she never gets comfortable. She's always worried and paranoid.
Wait,
Like,
what?
It helps keep her on her toes.
That's true.
Are you serious? That really just
It
happened?
hinders her socially is the problem. And so she's like
What the fuck did I run
constantly
over?
shooting herself in the foot socially because of this paranoia. Because like if she could just like separate the paranoia from
Oh, fuck off, of
the
course.
insecurity,
It's a fucking
then,
game.
then I think she'd be fine. Because if she was paranoid but was able to like keep it to herself and not like super freak out to other people and like cry to them and stuff, and I think that would help. I mean, at the same time, it does make her look weak, but it also makes it hard to work with her in a alliance. It makes it hard to like trust that she's a solid presence. You hear somebody talk about this with Christmas, like want to deal with having to keep somebody, and it's a topic of conversation all the time. Like, you gotta talk to Franzel every day. You gotta make sure she feels comfortable, because if you don't, she will get paranoid and she will start to trust you, and she might do something.
Yeah, that's why I would never get in an alliance with her, because like I don't need to have to check in with my allies every 2 minutes. Like,
How is he not dead?
I talked about like people that are good allies in this season. Franzel is the worst ally imaginable.
Luis Trevino won't bother us anymore.
because not only
Bastard.
like do you have to like check in all the time, but you also have to like, because of who she is and how she plays, you also have to make sure like all the time that she's not playing you. Like
She's so slippery. And she's so devious. She will cut anybody's throat. Like,
yeah,
she is
does
the
not
worst
care.
ally.
She does not give a F. Like she doesn't. And granted, I love a good savage player. Like I love it. Like I'll vote out Jesus. I don't care.
Fuck.
Like I love a savage player, but
But she'll
girl.
try and blame you when she does it.
Exactly. Like girl.
Why did you do this, JT? You made me do this.
Oh jeez.
Damn it.
Come on.
I mean, it's ridiculous how much health these guys have. The fucking-
About Danny talking to a lot of people. Now we know that Cody was nervous about Danny prior to including her in all of these things. So that nervousness is kind of bubbling up again. Cody and Danny had a little bit of an argument about COVID.
Luis Trevino won't bother us anymore. Bastard.
Because Cody is
Becoming problematic.
Yes.
not very educated on the situation, and Danny was like,
I'm tracking Gutierrez.
like, not
He's
pleased
arriving
with
at the
it,
site.
and they got into this
Okay.
little argument.
Game.
And like the thing about Danny works with the people she likes. Like she likes that argument, and let's chummy with each other as much. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't. But it could be representative of future conflict between Cody and Danny, which could be very
How is he not dead?
to the how the season turns out, because if they aren't able to get along,
This is
they
ridiculous.
don't trust each other, then this whole
That
power
asshat
structure will
Gutierrez
crumble.
is taken care of.
They are two very, very key,
You know what, actually-
foundational
Marcus,
members.
the last one's making a run for it.
Don't let anybody get away.
There's not full trust there.
Yeah, I have never been on the Cody train, as I said before, but I didn't even buy a ticket after that. Like, Cody, I don't know, like, I'm very, like, pro,
Wait,
let's
where's
not
the line?
all die. I'm very pro wear your mask. I'm very pro
Fuck
social
off.
distance. Like, I'm very pro all that. So I was like 100% in Danny's corner. And it's not even like what Cody was saying, because like I've run into people, you know, on social media and like in my everyday life that aren't necessarily as educated about the
Fuck.
pandemic and how it's affecting our world. But it's
I really hate the run
it's
fucking
how he
function.
said it. Yeah, he said it very like, I
Ah,
don't care. Like, it's not that bad. It's just the flu.
Okay.
Like, I've had my soccer players have had it.
Puerta
They're
is out.
fine. And like Danny's trying to get them to understand that. Okay, that may be cute and all, but it's still
Small
because
measure
you're
of justice
dying
for Horatio.
of
Get out of there,
coronavirus.
bastard.
Like,
Pablo is next.
wear your mask, bro. Like, and she's trying to like get him to understand that, and he's just so like nonchalant about it, and that's what makes her mad. Is that he's being so nonchalant. It's not. It's like, okay, if you don't understand something, let's have a conversation about it. Like, let's have a simple conversation. And we in the Big Brother house, we got nothing but time. So let's have a conversation. But like, you don't be an. Can I say asshole? Don't be an a-hole. Like,
Yeah, and to be clear, for what it's worth, Cody did say, like, I'm not saying don't wear a mask. I'm not saying that I didn't social distance. I did all of those things. But what he was doing was he was downplaying the virus itself. Like the vibe I get from Cody is that, like, you know, he read on Facebook somewhere that, like,
All right.
coronavirus has
Time for
existed
the
long
ringleader.
before this
Pablo
thing.
the Skinner.
And so
I've
he
tracked
was
into the
saying,
dogfights
like,
in
it's
Oakland,
existed
Chinatown.
long before
We got a
this.
DedSec member out there.
They call
He's
it the
enjoying
sniffles.
Let's get this guy, Marcus.
And he said, yeah, like my soccer players have gotten it, and there was like this sort of like miscommunication where it sounded like he said, like when he was saying, he was like I can't remember the exact way. It sounded. Danny
said,
thought
"I
he
had
said
it."
he had it. He didn't say that. He said his soccer players had it. But Danny thought he said he had it, and he was like, I didn't say that. And she's like, now you're taking it back. Roll the tape.
Yeah, she
Roll
was.
the tape.
She was so tight. She was like, she was like, what? You just said you had it. He was like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. I did not say it, because he could tell that she was getting pissed off. Like her daddy was coming out.
Okay. I thought we had more.
She get it from her daddy, and it was coming. Like, you saw evil dick on his way out, and he was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I did not say that.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah, it's-
Retro.
man, we're
What's the
already
deal here?
getting this,
Dogfights go down in that building
Yanni,
there.
Laurel
Used to be an indoor swimming place or something. They only admit members there.
Any way I can slip in?
Pretty sure you can go through that restaurant. Good luck, man. Anything any of us can do to help?
Thanks. We need a low profile here. I'll head in alone.
That he would immediately deny it if he did say that he had it. So I fully believe that he did not say that he had it.
Yeah, he said, "My guy."
Yes, it did say, like, I can understand where, like, I understood where she thought he said it, but I do not believe that he said it. But again, it's like, when we get into these, like, did he say this or did he not say this, it kind of distracts from the overall thing, which is that he was downplaying it to begin with. Like, that's way more what we should be focusing on. But also what we should be focusing on is the potential game ramifications of a conversation like this, where this could be a rift here in their relationship. So that was there. He also lets Franzel know that Enzo has been a little bit concerned about relationship with Ian, and
I ain't
like
go
that.
Shit, that's gonna bring a ton of Teskers up here to see what went down.
The dog fights are super noisy. Just lock anybody out.
Put up Nicole
You should be
Anthony
okay.
and David if they won the HOH. Tell them both that they're pawns, and then see where they go from there.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I'm
that's
not.
actual content.
I don't hate that plan for them. I think that would be a safe route to play. It'd be a route that would allow them to see
Yeah, I do remember this.
where the
pretty
sides really lie, because I think the event in the house that is going to really decide how things go is going to be.
well. I really thought this was later in the game, though. So you actually still have a
and I
decent
think
well, like we're
depending on who's
still
on the
like
block,
over a third of the game
we
left.
can get some real answers with where people want to want to project their game, like the trajectory they want to go on for their game. So, I mean, I wouldn't if they won HOH, I wouldn't
We
be.
have
I wouldn't
1,
be-
2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5 more names.
And honestly, I mean, I still think they should be looking at I don't think that Cody should be relying on Franzel to keep Ian in check, because I don't think she can keep Ian in check. I think Ian will do what Ian wants to do, regardless of what Franzel tells him. So, I still feel like Ian probably should have his target this week. I feel like Ian should probably be their target next week. I think Ian is one of the more dangerous players in that game for a big power group, because he's not going to care.
All right.
Exactly. Like, Ian's the type of player to be like, oh, you guys have a power group,
Motherfucker.
and no matter who I put on the block and say my target is, you're not going to move them out. Okay, I'll just put them to the extent. But he's like that kind of player.
All right, so that's basically what we've got for you. Unless JT, you have anything else you want to bring up?
I think we like talked about okay, I do want to like note two things. One is that I think that even though I'm all for, like drawing some lines and us out having like some alliances that are gonna work together and go to each other, I think that Memphis and Cody are making a huge
Let's do
decision
this.
by making Danny their co-leader. Huge, terrible decision by making Danny their co-leader, because the way that Danielle plays this game is she allows you to hang herself. So she uses what information she can from you. She has her loyalties, but if your decisions, like, they may be good for the alliance, but if they're not good for her, like, all right, you can make I'll support you, but I'm not making that move. You're making that move. So I feel like they're making a bad decision by making her their middleman, because she is gonna know where the power is in that alliance, and she's gonna be able to exploit it. And then the fact that she's also connected to Bailey.
Perfect. That was exactly what I wanted.
She has like a 6 degrees of separation thing. With
Ah, fuck.
Franzel,
That didn't work.
with Franzel and Day.
What the fuck? Really attack it.
She's very. She's.
There we
I
go.
don't know. If she's able to make her get into the spot of like.
Game?
It's gonna be a
Oh fuck, there's glass. I didn't even see that. Okay, fine.
I don't know. She's doing what Devon needs to do, which is talking to everyone strategically and being a little more social. Because Danny still is. I don't want to say she's like a recluse, but Danny picks and chooses who she talks to and when. Like Bailey knows to just talk to whoever's in the room and make it a good conversation. Where Danny picks and chooses who she wants to talk to, and her social game is strictly strategy. You know what I'm saying? Her social game is strictly strategy. So, and Devon needs to jump on that train, or I don't know. I'm worried for Devon right now. Even she's like in the middle. I'm really worried that if the wrong person situates, that something could go terribly wrong.
Danny also had a conversation with Janelle. Danny's been waiting for Janelle to and Janelle basically implied that like we need to get in a room together at some point. Like it basically was like, you know, I'm gonna ask you to the prom soon. Be ready. So watch out for that.
Wait, did he actually enter
I mentioned they wanted to hear about the Tyler and Christmas conversation. They talked about the alliance.
Okay, I guess that works out too.
Memphis alliance, and they were like, I mean, it's fine. Like, no reason to say no.
Right.
They're still working together. They're still a solid pair.
Yeah, I think that they are well enough players to know to not say no to an alliance, but they know that in the end, like when it's the two of them. But everyone feels that way with Tyler.
911.
But I think Christmas played
How is he not dead?
and she played it. That's a great idea. Like, I'm going down for that. I'll talk to Cody. It can happen, knowing good and well that her and Tyler are already in two. So I think that, to be honest with you, but she's sitting.
That's for Horatio.
I don't like Halloween at all. She's in a pretty. She's in the best
Better
spot.
get out of there as quickly as you can, Marcus.
She's probably like the top 7 spots of where people are situated as far as danger to not be nominated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
good.
And then Memphis is very upset at production because of the coldness and the being a have-not. He was like, if you don't want me to complain, then fix it. And he kind of had a little freak out on them early in the morning.
Marcus, you gotta get out of there. We're monitoring the Tescas.
And then
You're in trouble.
The whole gang is converging on
forgetting
you.
to mention
The place
this
will be
with Rob,
swarming
because
with
I think Rob
Tescas.
will love this. But they have a bidet now in the bathroom that Kaser requested, and I think Rob is just gonna love this.
The BB bidet.
The BB bidet, yes. And Kaser is the one that got it there, and so they were talking about it yesterday in the hot tub.
Oh shit, I didn't realize it was
found,
already open.
Kevin and I think Tyler found out that Kaser was the one that got it there. They were like, oh my god, it's there because of you. Thank you, Kaser. That's amazing. Kaser's like, oh yeah, look, you know.
I fucking hate the running in this game. Because you can't tell when you're actually fucking running or not.
Kaser was a huge hit on Twitter all day yesterday for various things. Because of his birthday party, the BB bidet, the green shorts movement
Please don't make me
that
kill
he had
him
going
again.
on.
It does,
There
I'm
was a
gonna be
lot
so
going
pissed.
on with Kaser yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
All right. That's what we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us. I will be back tonight at 9 p.m. First Stock Watch Roundtable of the
Run,
season.
you fucking piece of
I will
shit.
be releasing the survey where you can rate all of the players from 1 to 10 based on how they're doing in the game. We will be rating them tonight on the podcast. Should be very fun. And then you can also play along at home in the Stock Watch by going to realitystockwatch.com.
Yeah, who would be number 1 right now? I
and
guess it would be
purchasing shares
Cody,
in
right?
each of the players based on how well you think they're
I
going
don't
to be
know,
doing
I mean, like,
in future weeks.
And maybe Bailey and Devon are in decent positions. But I do feel like eventually they're going to be targeted, but I guess for now they're fine. Tyler's in an okay position for now. Again, I mean, there's a lot of people that are like in okay positions for now, but they're definitely going to be targeted down the road.
Hey, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at JTDoesNYC. I just tweet about reality TV, true crime, and subscription boxes. And you can also follow me on Instagram at SubboxJunkie, where I literally just post pictures of my subscription boxes.
You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TerranArmstrong. We hung out watching the games last night. It was pretty fun. So do that. Find it. Give it a follow.
Yes, it's awesome.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
Later, guys.
Alright. So we'll end the episode once we escape.
Quit that law and fuck him up! You understand me? You got it?
¿Qué madres? Go see what's going on.
No, you know what? Fuck that! Nobody's gonna shoot at us and run! Find that puto!
Got him home, man.
I didn't get there quick enough, brother.
Shit, man. Teska's gonna come after any one of us, dude. Me, you, Josh, anybody.
They went after Horatio, and he refused to give us up.
I'll be along in a bit, man.
Okay. Why would we gain followers for that? Well, never. We're done. This episode,
Ray,
next episode,
my man.
continue on.
Marcus,
Or,
you guys have been kicking ass up and down this city, man. Woo. I'm not one for mushy shit, but
I appreciate it, really.
I'm hanging out on the coast. Come meet me when you're ready for the biggest job yet, baby.
alright, hack the world. Alright. See that next episode.
There's lots of excitement leading up to the election later this month.
Fuck off.
Despite some intriguing new challengers, currently Congressman Mark Thruss is poised for a landslide victory. Online polls reveal that he's expected to retain his seat by a wide margin.
Alright, we'll end. Next episode, continue on. For now, thanks for watching.